First of all, welcome. If you're watching this means you finally decided to try No Man's Sky. And trust me, you started this game at the best time it has ever existed. But here's the thing, No Man's Sky doesn't explain itself well. The first hours can feel confusing, overwhelming, and sometimes lonely. So in this video, I will walk through everything you actually need to know as a beginner. No spoilers, no useless information, and no wasted time. Subscribe to my channel and let's get started. When you load into the game for the first time, you might not have a saved file. If that's the case, simply click the new game. If you are a new player, I strongly recommend choosing a normal mode. It's the best balance between challenge and comfort. When you spawn for the first time, don't panic. Your goals are very simple. You need to survive long enough to understand what's happening, fix your ship step by step, and eventually leave the planet. That's all you need to focus on right now. If your planet is toxic, hot, cold, or radioactive, that's completely normal. The game wants you to feel weak at the start. This is intentional. The first thing you should do is to collect 75 ferrite dust to repair your scanner. Once your scanner is fixed, scan the area and look for sodium. Sodium is extremely important early on because it recharges your hazard protection. Quick pro tip, while running press Q and then jump. This melee boost jump is much faster than running and will save you a lot of time. As you move around, I highly recommend collecting everything you see. Ferrite dust, carbon, oxygen, grab all of it. You might not need them right now, but you will need it later. You can drag sodium into your hazard suit slot from the inventory, but fastest way is the quick menu. Press X and choose a recharge, then pick hazard protection. This is the fastest way to recharge. Once your hazard protection is stable, the game will mark the location of your crash ship. Start heading there. On your way, keep looting containers and collecting resources. When you reach your ship, loot everything around it. After interacting with the signal beacon, get inside of your ship. You will notice several broken components. This is where game introduced its crafting system. Craft one metal plating and install it. After that, quickly exit the ship and enter it again. You can't craft a hermetic seal yet, so interact with the distress beacon. It will give you the planetary chart. Use it to locate the hermetic seal. But be careful here, a storm will usually start and it drains your hazard protection very fast. Either reach your destination quickly or wait inside the cave until the storm passes. When you arrive, loot the building and interact with the either holo archive or distress beacon to obtain the hermetic seal. After that, the game will ask you to install Analysis Visor. If you've been collecting resources, this will be easy. Press F to use Analysis Visor. On your way back to the ship, scan animals and plants. This gives you units, which is an in-game currency. Install the Hermetic Seal on your ship, then craft Dehydrogen Jelly and Portable Refiner. Use the refiner to turn ferrite dust into pure ferrite. You only need 50 of them. Once that's done, you can finally take off. I recommend switching to a third-person view for a better flying experience. After getting comfortable with the controls, follow the signal source using your pulse drive by pressing space. If you ever run out of tritium, do not panic. Shoot the asteroids and they will give you gold, platinum, and of course tritium. Before landing, always look around the area. Sometimes the game doesn't give you an exact location and forces you to vote. Try landing near buildings instead. If you see sentinels, do not engage with them. Interact with the broken technology to get the blueprint for the terrain manipulator, loot the area, then install the tool. Press G to switch between tools. Use the terrain manipulator to dig up the buried technology models. This gives you salvaged data, which is extremely important later on, so collect as many as you can. If you're lucky, you might find a salvageable scrap. This can contain valuable correct models. You can sell them later on for millions of units. Next, use your Analysis Visor to find a copper deposit. Mine it using Terrain Manipulator. You can change the mining size by pressing R and T. The smaller size gives you more resources but takes a bit longer. Refine the copper into chromatic metal. You will need 30 to build your base computer. Place the base computer and claim the base. And build a small shelter. Nothing fancy. This is just a place to call a home for now. Press B to enter building mode and take your time. This is the first moment where game starts to feel like yours. After that, interact with it again and game will ask you to build a research unit. This is where things starts to open up a little. To build it, you will need 20 magnified ferrite. If you don't have any yet, don't worry. Just refine pure ferrite in your refiner and you will get exactly what you need. If you have a rusted metal from the containers, you can refine it into ferrite dust. And if you ever run out of carbon, remember that oxygen can be refined into carbon as well. Once the research unit is built, this is where all the salvaged data you collected finally becomes useful. Use it to unlock a few key blueprints. You want the teleporter, biofuel reactor, and the virus. After unlocking them, build the teleporter and the biofuel reactor, then connect everything using the wires. To power reactor, simply place the carbon or oxygen inside. Upload your base, then interact with the base computer again to receive the next mission. When you're ready, get back into your ship and fly to the space station. If you run out of fuel to launch, just craft the launch fuel and you are good to go. The space station is one of the safest places in the game, and it's also where the universe starts to feel alive. The other ships fly in and out, NPCs walk around, and suddenly you don't feel so alone anymore. When you arrive, take your time, talk with 3 NPCs inside the station to progress the mission. While you're here, do not forget to upgrade your exosuit inventory. It's not too expensive early on, and it makes the massive difference. When choosing an upgrade slot, go to the technology section and pick the 5th slot. This gives you a supercharger slot which boosts whatever the technology you place there. You don't need to worry too much about optimization yet, but this choice will help you later. After that, use the teleporter to return your base and interact with your base computer once again. This time it will send you to a crashed freighter on nearby location. When you're landing, try to land on the green terrain if you can. This saves launch fuel, but don't get frustrated. Later on in the game, you will unlock advanced technology that saves your fuel and auto recharges it. Approach the distress beacon at the freighter and interact with it. This will reward you with the blueprint for the hyperdrive. This is a huge moment because hyperdrive is what allows you to travel between star systems and truly start your journey. To install the hyperdrive, you need 5 microprocessors. You have to buy them from the space station, and they usually cost between 120,000 and 150,000 units. So before you leave, I highly recommend you to loot the cargo drops, as they will give you the loot and the crucial units to buy those microprocessors. Loot is how I loot them. After getting rid of 2 junks, loot it one more time to get the real reward. And immediately leave the area, because once you get the loot, the cargo will release the radiation. Some cargo drops are buried underground. Use your train manipulator to dig them up and collect the loot inside. It's a bit risky, but very rewarding early on. Before heading back to the space station, mine some copper if needed. You will need around 130 chromatic metal in total. Once you're ready, fly back to the space station and purchase 5 microprocessors from the Galactic Trade Terminal. Then install the hyperdrive on your ship. If you have any Corvette parts, you can sell them at the Corvette workshop by using teleporters on your right. As a beginner, you don't have enough units to buy essential Corvette parts yet, so selling them now gives you some breathing room and financial freedom. Now it's time to continue the main story. To use the hyperdrive engine, you need a fuel for it. To unlock the blueprint, leave the space station and press C to scan and head towards to the marked location. As always, don't blindly land on the marker. Look around for buildings nearby and land somewhere safe. Load the containers around the building and go inside. Interact with the trade terminal to receive a blueprint for antimatter. This item is essential for crafting a warp fuel. Before you leave, you might notice the strange whispering eggs around the building, but be careful. These eggs are protected by dangerous creatures. If you decide to break one, grab the core and immediately escape using your ship. You're not ready to fight with them yet. Do not sell the core, refine it into nanites instead. Nanites are very valuable, especially early on. Now craft the antimatter housing and antimatter to craft your first warp cell. Place the warp cell into your hyperdrive, get into your ship, take off and leave the planet. To warp to another system, press X, open the galaxy map and choose any available system and make your first jump. This moment is special because this is when No Man's Sky truly begins. Every star system has a space station, and every one of them is an opportunity. Always upgrade your inventory as you can, because space is one of the most important resources in the game. And that's it. Now you understand the core foundation of No Man's Sky. You know how to survive, how to build, how to travel, and most importantly, how to move forward without feeling lost. The universe is massive. There is no right or wrong way to explore it. Follow your curiosity, make mistakes and learn from them. And if you ever need a guidance, I will be here making more videos to help you along the way. So don't forget to subscribe. As always, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.